Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are good. Hopefully, you guys are great. I almost knocked this video over with a big booty. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are great. Having a good morning. I just came back from the gym. I've been gallivanting, buying things to make my vision board for the year. So you'll be joining me today, my vision board, and I'm gonna give you guys a story time. A hell of a story time, child, of how I even got this place that I'm moving into. Guys, it was stress. I was like, who knows what I'm doing, because things are not going my way at all. Things are not going my way at all. But I will explain all that while I'm busy doing the vision board. Hopefully you guys are doing vision boards as well. I really recommend. I had a vision board for last year. I completed like 90% of the things on there, literally 90%. So let's get to it. This year I'm really not gonna make it as fancy as I made it last year, you know, but it's still gonna look cute though. I'll show you. Okay, so this is what I'm working with. Yes, I'm still doing as full stationery. Have no shame about it. And then actually should I be showing all my stuff? I printed pictures. I printed like 29 pictures, and I have my glue, my press stick, I have my paper. Today we're going with blue. Last year it was purple, and then I'm going to have these little ones as well on here. Like I'm gonna take a picture, cut it out, paste it here, then paste it there. I just really like the aesthetic of the whole thing. So let's get into it. All right. So I had to move everything to my room for better lighting. The lighting wasn't as good over there. I feel like we're too high. Anyway, the lighting is a lot better here. That's why it was. Let's get on. Make sure you're drinking water, guys. This is green tea, mint flavored. Yeah, it's mint flavored green tea with some lemon juice for the metabolism. You know, if it's gonna fit on this tiny table, this ain't gonna fit. Baby girl, it ain't gonna work. This gang pictures here. Actually, what had happened was, what happened was that the printer was like giving issues. I have 29 pictures here, right? And it was busy printing like 10 pictures, too. So the whole process had to be started over again. But then fortunately I didn't have to pay for everything. It's a whole lot in this mall ever. Sorry for like the blurriness of the camera, you know. There's like a crack on my screen protector, and it's only there. It's literally just above the lens. I'm really not willing to take it out and buy a new screen protector just for better photo quality. I usually use back anyway, but I want to make sure that I'm in frame. Okay. So, like, how is your guys' day going, man? I don't know if you're watching this like at night or like during the day. I'm gonna be throwing papers like behind me because there are extras here, obviously. Actually, let me sort everything out. Like, how's everything going today? Are you having a good day? Did you sleep well? Did you eat breakfast? Please don't miss meals, y'all. If you're on a diet, make sure that it is a diet that you can keep up with without having to kill yourself, you know, something that's sustainable. Because at the end of the day, let's say you're doing like your fasting, your water fasting, sharp, cool, you lose all that weight, right? You lose all that weight, you go back to your usual habits, whether they be like good habits or bad habits, you gain that weight back and more. Literally, I had to learn this the hard way. Because personally, myself, I have an eating disorder myself that I'm trying to work on. So yeah, I'm trying to work on it. So like, really, diets are really not for me, if at all. Diets are something that I don't see myself doing in the foreseeable future. Like strict diets. The only thing that I probably would need to work on Hi, boo. Work on is my what did I want to say? Probably work on my portion sizes and having a balanced meal of like from every food group though, from every single food group, so that I don't cut things out. Because the moment I cut things out, I'm like, oh, I cut this out. My mind is like, oh, I cut this out. I can cut more things out, and then I end up not eating as I should, or I feel guilty for eating. My mind has associated eating with like guilt, especially if it's like unhealthy food, and I hate that. I need to have a more healthy relationship with food, but you know, your girl is still struggling, but we'll get over it sometime. You know, it's the consequences of growing up within like a fat phobic environment, right? But anyway, hope you guys ate well, you know, and that you guys are having a productive day today. Make sure you set up like your missions and statements for the week, missions and adventures for the week. Hopefully it can be heard well. Should I have done the sound test? Oh, but hopefully you can hear me very well. Hopefully I can be heard well. Today's a beautiful day. Okay. I'm gonna just be cutting stuff out, and then we're gonna talk about like making a vision board and stuff, but if I want to add it into this video. But essentially the purpose of this video was for you to watch me do my vision board, and so we can talk about, so I can give you the story time of how I got this place. Girl, child, boy, they. Well, that sounds okay. I'm just trying to accommodate everybody, please, eh? So how it came about, me getting this place. Cool shop, yes, last year was my second year. I had a roommate. I used to stay at a student accommodation, and shop, everything in the student accommodation was cool, I guess. Like, I think the main problem for majority of the people is that you didn't have your own room. You're basically sharing one bedroom. It's such a small space. I don't want to lie to you, it's a small space. The room is like separated by a bookshelf. There's no door between your side and your roommate's side. On my side is where you need to go to the bathroom. On my roommate's side is where you need to go to the kitchen and out of the door. So you can say essentially she was sleeping in the kitchen, right? We can say that. We can say basically she was sleeping in the kitchen, which she was, I guess. You know, but luckily for me, I really got along with my roommate. We were strangers when we met, and I personally think, like, not to toot my own horn, I personally think I have an amazing personality. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be moving in with someone that I don't know, like a complete stranger. I'm so down. Like, I am so down. Because what you mean you don't like me? Even if she had not liked me, I think I'm very capable of having respect, as long as if there was mutual respect. This was important. But we really hit it off quite nicely. Her name is JC Lee Peterson. Am I allowed to say her name? Yeah, yes, JC Lee Peterson. Check her out on Instagram. Her handle is @someone_is_child. As someone's child. She's a dancer, amazing dancer. Ooh, cha! Basically, our household was a household of artistry. Because I'm a singer, she's a dancer. Like, is that a coincidence? Is it a coincidence, God? But I really thank God for her, shame. But yes, she's a dancer. Go check her out. She's amazing. That was my roommate for like 2 years. Actually, I just saw her today. She's going to move into like a new place. I don't know where it is she's gonna stay, but she's gonna come back in like 2 weeks. So we're just dropping someone off. She came in to come check my place out with her mom and another beautiful lady. I don't know her, but they were dropping off like her daughter. She's a first girl. Bless her soul that she has to have her first year contact. Tina, it was online for 2 years, guys. Oh my god. Do you know how nice life was for online? I know I was complaining sometimes, but contact. Oh, but you know what? We're ready for it, right? We're ready for it. I really liked that the time was more flexible, honestly, when it was online. I could watch a recorded session instead of attending the class at the time. I could, choose whatever it is that I wanted to do. That was like a lot better. Okay, cool. And then a lot of people ended up moving out of the place that I stayed at, the student accommodation, because obviously they didn't get along with their roommates and there's no sense of privacy over there. So if Sbanban wants to bring their boyfriend, obviously they have every right to bring their boyfriend, but you understand, it's just uncomfortable when you just on the other side, you can hear everything, you're in the same space as them. It's just uncomfortable. Well, those are majority of the problems that I heard of. No, me and JC, that's my baby. So we're like married basically. Okay, she said that she's the husband of the household and I'm the wife, because I do not that I did most of the cooking, but she really liked my cooking and stuff. But we don't have gender roles, okay? We didn't have no gender roles, but everything was great. Don't forget to check out our Instagram. So, actually, do I want to give you guys multiple story times? No, actually, let me not give you guys story times on other people's businesses. But people had major issues with their roommates, which I understand. Some others even had to end up moving out of the building itself. Some just had to change rooms. Some would fight would break out, verbal fights though. Nothing physical that I know of. Hopefully it didn't happen, But yeah, so Shab, we moved out. What was the reason I moved out? We also had some issues in the building, but either way, cool, moved out now. Okay, Shab. Moved out in November, the 25th of November last year, because that's basically when my academic year ended. It was the end of November. Shabu. And we were looking for accommodation. I had already been looking for accommodation before I had even moved out, because I'm thinking, oh my goodness, next year is going to be contact classes. Next year is going to be, why am I saying sorry to the people? Next year, sorry about that, you had to see that. Next year is going to be contact classes. The first years are coming. Honestly, the most reasonable things are going to be taken first, right? And the expensive ones and the ones which are further are going to be left for the people that are going to come last. Thank you. Cool. So Mina being an on-time girl, I find accommodation suggestions, and a friend of mine helped me as well. He helped me immensely. I don't want to lie to you. His name is Chidi. He helped me a lot, and he found proper places. And I'm like, dog, where are you finding these recommendations? Because the recommendations I'm finding are communes, but they don't look good. I didn't want a commune, but it was they didn't look good. The ones that I found, and the ones that he found were they were within the budget that I had told him about. And they were pretty, and they were close by, because he knows how much I fuss over distance, because I don't have a car. What am I doing? Staying 2 kilometers away. 2 kilometers away from campus to walk there every day. Nah, I don't come to suffer. Material girl. I want your 99 bucks. No, because I'm the straight material girl. I don't come to suffer, please, Wait. Shop. Where was I with the story? I keep going off on a tangent, but bear with me. cool, we found really, really good places in November. And I told my mom, I'm like, Mama, can we please find places now for next year? Because this, that. There started the problems. Obviously, my mom was still paying off the contract of the place that I stayed, because it's a 12-month contract. You have to pay until December. Even though I was not staying there in December, I moved out on the 25th. Like, literally, I moved out, called for inspection, everything officially moved out on the 25th of November. But I guess a contract is a contract, and she still had to pay in December, even though I had not been occupying the building or the room that I stayed at. And yet, okay. Chapeau. I tell her, Mama, can we please get accommodation now? Because I gave her like proper reasons that I really thought were valid. Alright. And then she's like, no, I still have to pay till December. We'll start looking for places next year. I'm freaking out. I'm like, what do you mean? Because honestly, because I had good suggestions that she gave me, and I had like favorites even. I'm like, Mama, this is perfect. This is not going to be available by the time that you decide that you're going to start looking for accommodation. I don't want to stay far from campus. I don't want to stay far, because either way, I'm always out of I don't want it to sound like I'm gallivanting. I'm not gallivanting, but I'm always like out of my room. It's either I'm at the gym or I'm at the library on campus, right? So I don't want to be confined into my room because of distance. So I'm like, Mama, please, please, let's. Okay, Shabu. So we ended up not looking for accommodation, not securing the accommodation at the time. Cool. December passes. January comes, child. Yeah, January comes. And then my mom is looking for accommodation. Alright? I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. Gato, like, keep quiet. Because Mr. Mina, I told her. I like, Mama, please. But then I could understand the whole situation of like the contract and her having to pay until December. But I was like, it's so inconvenient for me. I'm freaking out. Am I gonna get accommodation? Am I gonna yada? Am I gonna, you know? Shabu. Cool. So then, what is this? So then we started looking for accommodation. The beautiful suggestions that she had found for me were not available anymore. Was I not pissed off? I was so pissed off. But anyway, you can change it. It's taken. Cool. I started looking for other things because I had to keep it within within the budget that my mom had stated, right? And also because of the reasons, my main thing is I wanted to have my own room so that even if what did I want to say? I wanted to have my own room, to have my own space, privacy, even if whoever it is I'm staying with, both their people or their visitors, it wouldn't disturb me in any kind of way. Even if I don't get along with whoever it is that's supposed to move in with me, eventually we would have our own respective spaces, because at the place where I used to stay at, if you were mad at your roommate, you're going to have to see them, because to go to the bathroom, you have to go into your roommate's room. To go into the kitchen or get out of the room, you need to go into your roommate's room. I need it. Sure, so there's that. Yeah, so there's that. But, and also if I wanted to study, and I wanted to have my light on, it's not gonna bother whoever it is, because where I used to stay, it was like, if my light is on, obviously it shines into the other person's side as well. If her light is on, it shines into my side if I want to sleep and stuff. Some people are like fussy about light, but I'm really not, but some people are. So I was like, okay, no, you know what I mean? Shabu, that is my main thing. My mom didn't really understand the reason why I wanted to have my swimming room. We kind of argued about that, to be honest with you. We really argued about that, because she felt that my reasoning was not enough. She's like, Tolagele, but let's in university, but let's school. So why would you think that you know, having this, sharing the same room, the same space would be a problem. And I'm like, Mama, not everybody that's there would let to school, honestly speaking, and they have every right to act however they want to act. I have no right to be dictating how someone should live in their space as well. I mean, I don't know if they're going to respect me. They're not obligated to. If we fight, we fight. You know, if we fight, we fight. But then again, there's nothing that I can do. And I was like, you're putting me in a very tricky position. I got lucky with JC. I really don't want to take that chance again. I would really like my personal space. I'm a third year now. I need to be alone. And I just, you know, I don't want to be sharing a space with someone else. Other reasons as well, if someone wants to bring their visitor and I'm busy studying, what's supposed to happen then? Or if I want to bring someone over and I can't because my roommate basically is busy studying or wants to sleep. Like, you understand, it's just an uncomfortable situation, man. It was just an uncomfortable situation. Cool. But it was other reasons that I placed as well, but she didn't understand. I'm like, Mama, not everyone is like me. Please, eh? I know. I'm the one that has been there. I know what I'm talking about. Okay? I understand your reasoning, but not everyone is there for school. Some people don't care like that. Okay? And they have every right, I guess, is there. It's either it's their money or their parents' money. Cool. So we stressed about that because she found places. I need to say my recommendations are not available anymore. So the reasonable places that she found, which were in the budget, were all like communes. They were all communes. And I was like, at first I was like, I don't want to commune. I don't want. But for what? For what? I don't want all of that. No, I don't want that. I don't want all of that. Okay. Shabu, we fight, game. I'm like, yo, Mama, Papa, please talk to her. My dad didn't even intervene. I think he was so lost. He was like so confused. But anyway, at the end, I even was starting to like settle for communes. I was like, okay, it's fine. You know what? We're not going anywhere forward with me fighting. Alright, there's nothing that I can do. The accommodations I wanted are not available. They're not available. Okay. Sharp, it's fine, man. It's fine. I can settle for a commune, but not of many people though. Like 4 people. I saw communes where there was like 7 people, bro. 7. I'm like, am I gonna survive? Wait. Am I gonna survive? Wait. And obviously you're sharing fridges and stuff. And first thing that comes into my mind is I was like, and it's the thing where you can't even pinpoint or ask, hey, who took this, or used my this, that. I don't think I'd have a problem sharing. No, I wouldn't have a problem sharing because there's something that I'm trying to do now within these 6 months, and it requires for me to be like, let me not reveal too much, but basically my situation right now wouldn't allow for me to share grocery with people, you know, and accommodate them. It would be a disadvantage to me. Okay? Cool. It would be a disadvantage to me, and you know, and I'm really not trying to put other people in front of me this year. Literally, I come first. My goals come first. Everything else secondary. Obviously God first before me, but like in terms of goals and stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, back to, you see, I keep going up on the tangent. What was I saying? What was I saying? I don't remember. Okay, cool, they're not available. I was settling for communes. Those communes, like, they didn't look nice. At this point I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna even be fussy about this and try to look for a place that just looks good. I just need a proper place to stay, because either way the places that we were looking at were unfurnished. I need shapo, so I was like, you know what, I'll decorate it to my liking and I'll see what happens. I'll decorate it to my liking and I'll go from there. Okay, just give me a place to stay where I can have my own room. It's my biggest fuss. I'm like, Mama, I was stressing, bro, and I was even venting out to like my friend Chidi. I was like, Chidi, bro, all I want is just my own room. Like, I just want my own space. And my mom doesn't understand why I want my own space. I don't know what the other valid reason it is that I can give her to want my own space. She even wanted me to stay at Rez at one point. I'm like, please, please, mama, I don't want to do that. Because thing is, at Rez, of course, it's a student accommodation, but you're also mixed up with first years and stuff, and the first years are coming back. They do activities and things like that. You sharing rooms with other students. It's just a whole mess. I don't know what other valid reason I could have given her to be like, Mama, I just want my own space. Can I please just have my own personal, secluded space? Like, I don't mind being isolated. I just want my own space. You know what I mean? I just want my own space. Cool. We found the communes and stuff. We were busy calling the people, and they were like, oh no, it's not available anymore. First of all, it's on property 24. First of all, why are you saying that something is available and then we call you is not available anymore? Immediately when you know that the person has signed the contract, remove it, because now you're wasting my time. Remove it, because I'm thinking, oh, I found something cool. Call the person. Oh no, oh, it's not available anymore. I mean, I could understand if you're still busy with the contract. Okay? I can understand if you're still busy with the contract. That I completely understand. But when you know it's not available, why are you not removing it? Pissed me off. Sharp, and then we call some people, mind you, Kiko high, right? And then some other people were like, no, you have to come to the offices first. And then my mom and I were trying to handle things over the phone. You know, we didn't really want to travel all the way here just to check the place out. We would see the pictures. I guess it's not really an advisable thing to do, to just see pictures and be like, okay, cool, we're picking this one. And then, sharp, it's not an advisable thing to do. But we did it. We did it though. We did it. And how many more pages do I have? Cool. We did it. And they were like, no, you need to come to the offices. Yada, yada, yada. And then we were like, okay, cool. We see when we come. We were like, no, please, we're not doing that. So we eventually go to Budge. We eventually go to Budge on one of the days to just look for accommodation, and I had already packed some of my stuff for, like, just in case I find a place, right? Just in case I find a place, I can go there and, you know, place my stuff already, even though I'm not moving in, because I'm assuming if my mom signs a contract that day, literally she'll have to pay rent and stuff. Oh, cool. So we come and then we find this place. This place right here is the one that we find. We go to the offices. She shows us the area, and then we ask if we can, you know, get the contract. And at the time, the lady who gave us the contract, she was like, no, the owner of the place requires 2 people to occupy the place. So in this instant, it was only me that was interested. So she's like, actually, there was a lady who was already interested in this flat that I'm staying in right now, but because it is required that 2 people move in, right, for the contract to be concluded, it was not possible. So she seemed very interested, so we'll call her up and see if she's still interested. Then you can come back and sign the contract, but she needs to come view the place first, so you can't sign any contract, or you can't leave anything there. That okay, sharp, okay, it is fine. Why though? Yo. She's like, no, if you have like a friend, they can move in with you. The place was unfurnished, obviously, when it came in. Sharp, we see the place. I'm like, I actually like the place. It's a prime location. It's close to campus for me to walk to every day. It's close to other facilities that I normally use. which is very important. Cool. There's that. Sharp, okay. So we leave because we're like, okay, this is looking very promising. So we leave. I still leave with with those packed stuff that I had. Sharpo. Some days go by, we're like, okay, she's not getting back to us. So I guess that lady, whoever it was interested in this place, is not interested anymore. Back to square one, I don't have accommodation again. Sharp, my mom finds a good place. Like, it's a proper place. I don't want to lie to you. It's a commune, right? And it's a commune, and do not cut this back. It's a commune, and I'll be having a bachelor room. Actually, the room that I was supposed to have, it's the only bachelor within the building, within the house. Okay, I was like, awesome, mom, please, let's get this, let's get that. Sharp, my mom gets things done. The contract gets signed. Everything, guys. The contract gets signed, everything. And then, on the day that the contract was approved, not signed, on the day that the contract was approved, the lady who showed me this place was like, hey, the room is still available if you're interested for you, yada yada yada. And then my mom was honest with her and be like, hey, we already found accommodation, yada yada yada. Sharp, yeah, fair. We come on, when was this? I don't remember when this was. When was this? Last week, let's say the 15th of Jan. 15th? 20th of Jan. For me to come fully move in. Yes, it was the 20th of Jan. For me to come fully move in. Sharp, my mom had been discussing with the agent. It's Century 21 with the agent for that other commune place, and they last talked literally 10 p.m. the previous night before I moved in. Remember that, 10 p.m. literally the previous night before I moved in. Okay, sharp. All right. Oh. Okay, sharp. So my mom sets an appointment to come get the keys, obviously, because everything was handled telephonically because you were not here, or I was not here. Sharp, we come, we go to the offices. Century 21, we get there, we see the agent. I'm so mad at him. Oh, actually, let me give him a name. Ramaka, ne? So we meet Ramaka, and he's on the phone call when we arrive. But either way, he goes inside, gets some keys and like a stack of a document, a brown paper document. And I was confused because I'm like, the contract has been signed already, baby. Like, what? Sharp, okay. He's like, I'm like, all right, fine. But then I had told my mom, oh, go see where the place is. I'm like, it's actually really not far. It's at yada yada yada. I've never been there personally myself, but I know the area well enough to be like, okay, I know my way to there. Sharp, so he's leading us in the wrong direction. I'm like, why are you trying to take the long way around to the place, sir? Why are you trying to take the long way around to the place? But I'm like, okay, let's see what this is about. I don't know why he didn't just take the shortcut that we all know, but cool. He drives. I'm like, this is super far. And mind you, I was fussing about the distance. I'm like, this is further. What? Okay. Sharp, we end up at some other place, some other street. And I'm like, mama, this is not the place. I don't know why he stopped us here. This is so weird. My mom comes out the car and some, hey, is this the place? My daughter says that it isn't. And then he's like, yes, it is the place. I know the area. I would know if it is the place or if it isn't the place because I googled it. I checked on maps who goes where it is, and then when we were busy going, I was like, Mama, I don't know why we didn't just go take a left here, yada yada. We could have gotten to the place talking about yes, it is the place. Trying to make me look like a liar. And besides, you saw the pictures and we know the whole thing about the distance. This is most definitely not the place. This is far away for a person that has to walk to campus every day. This is far away. I was so mad. Shaboom. And then he's like, so I can show you guys the place. Okay. Because we like being nice people. We go in. We actually should have never even went in there in the first place. We go in. And then obviously it's a completely different place. And then he's like, actually, I need to tell you that the room that you guys had signed for is actually not available anymore. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? Mind you, we traveled here. I came packed with everything. He last contacted my mother 10 p.m. the previous night, confirming the appointment of the morning that we were supposed to be there at 9 a.m. He's like, oh, we only found out last night that the owner has already had someone else move in there. Firstly, as the owner, how are you going to make your agents look for people when you already have people that you were looking for and you even have a person? Why don't you update your agents so that your agents can update us? They only tell him the previous night. I'm like, okay, that is not his fault. But what was his fault is that he talked to my mom. He talked to my mom that night, but still didn't tell my mom that, oh, the room that you are coming for is not available. He allowed for us to wake up in the morning, travel, I was packed with everything, only to get here so he can tell us this nonsense that the room that we signed for is not available anymore. So now we're looking at a second option that they had given us. Why didn't you just tell us before? I just felt like there was so manipulative of him to do, because you don't know how far we traveled. You don't know what it is that we had to sacrifice so that we could be there that day. You know nothing about that. You really just chose to not. You just chose, Ramaka, you just chose to not update us, to update my mother. What? And now you want to show us a different location? What do you think we are, desperate? Please, eh? I was like, Mama, personally, the place is it's okay. There had been nobody that had moved in at the time. I was like, the place is okay, but I don't agree with the distance. And then he was like, oh, it's not really far from campus, yada yada yada. I'm like, first of all, this is the furthest part. Like, it's far away from where my classes are held. The campus is huge. Purchase from campus is huge. It's huge. So you can't just show me gating area campus and be like, it's close to campus. That is not the main point. That is not the main point. Please, eh? Please. I know where my classes are supposed to be kept, and it's not there. It is not there. So please, and I'm like, why didn't you guys let us know beforehand? Like, why didn't you say anything beforehand? And it's like, Mara, and we're looking at other options for you. This place is even cheaper. It's 270. It was literally 100 rand cheaper than the place that we had originally paid for. Right? My parents were not saying anything, but I was like, let me keep my composure. Let me just keep being nice. I can't show my parents how crazy I am. You know what I mean? I'm like, Papa, this person lied to us in my chest. I'm like, Papa, you know? Sure. Fine, he shows us the place. And I'm like, personally, distance-wise, it is not for me. The room that he even showed me, it was a sharing. And I'm like, why is there another bed in here? And he's like, oh, they said that they're gonna remove the other bed. And then if they removed the other bed, it actually would have been like big, even bigger than where I'm staying at right now. But that is not the point. The point is that Ramaka or Juzimaka. Shabu. Cool, so now we leave, we go back to the offices. He's like, he'll see what plan he can make, but as far as that room, it is not available anymore. And the brown paper document that he had brought is the contract for the new place that he had shown us, the one that he was trying to basically finesse us into getting, because we were already there. So he was probably thinking that we're literally going to settle for anything. Sharp, we're like, okay. So my parents are like, okay, we'll give him some time to try to make a plan. We went to go get breakfast because we were hungry. I didn't eat that day. Sharp, we went to go eat breakfast in Mac and Bean. And then my mom was busy making arrangements and called the lady of this place, the lady that was advertising this place to us, and was like, hey, is it still available? Can I make an appointment? Fortunately, she was available on that day, and she, like, there was a customer. Someone was interested that was supposed to come see her, but then they had been late. So she was like, I can actually see you in like a few minutes if you're here. When my mom's like, yeah, we are here. Shabu, we'll come to the offices. Shall we go back to the Century 21 offices? Ramaka. We'll go back to Ramaka. And then when we go there, my mom and I were mad. My mom and I were like, when we get there, we're going to fight. Because what nonsense is this? Like, really, this is poor service. Actually, I still need to write a bad review. My mom told me that I need to write a bad review. We got there, but when we got there, he wasn't there. We found his supervisor. I can say we're now because we was gonna fight. we found the supervisor there, and Shane, he was explaining everything so nicely. So we're like, you know what, it's okay. So my mom obviously asked for a refund, and that was that. Yeah, fella move. My mom got her refund, but then they were like, I must write a bad review. But I must write it after she got her refund. So I still have to do that. Definitely. I still definitely need to do that and write the bad review. Oh, but cool. We met up with this lady who advertised this place at the offices, signed the contract, paid on the day, everything, and all my stuff. And the thing is, that other bedroom that I would have gotten, it was already furnished. So for this one is unfurnished. So all I did was just leave all my things here and go home, because literally my parents had to get a new bed. Buy a new bed. They had to buy a table, buy a chair, buy the fridge. The microwave that I have, I took from home. Yeah, I think that was everything. Because the only thing that was here was literally the stove. The stove didn't even have an oven pan in it. But otherwise, it's really a proper place, and it's really spacious, and it's a lot cheaper than that place that I would have stayed for. So I guess at the end, it kind of works out. You know what I mean? But I was still mad. So yeah, guys, that is how I got this place. This video is so long. It is so long. But I will... Actually, no, I don't think I'm going to show you guys the end product with my vision board. Because it's very personal and everything. But that is the story time. I will finish... I don't know when I'll finish, but, you know, vision boards, guys. Vision board. I think I'll talk about the whole thing with the vision board in another video, actually. Right? But as far as this video, the story time is done. I'm just going to carry on now with my vision board, finish it up, and paste it somewhere where I'll be able to see it all the time. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for listening. If you watched till the end, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you listening to me yabba dabba dabba this whole time. Don't forget to comment, to subscribe. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you again. Goodbye, babes. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Have a good day. And make a vision board, please, eh? Bye.